Hello everybody and welcome back to The Commons. I'm Robert Fiducia, and today we're going to talk about the new hymn, which is actually an old hymn, Holy God, We Praise Thy Name. Stick around. All right, everybody, well, welcome again. Hello there, Sarah.
Hi, Robert.
Good to have you. Rick, my brother, welcome.
Good to be here.
Yeah. Well, as we know that there's been a trend recently to take hymns and then to arrange them in a new way for guitar, for piano, and as we talk to our customers around the country and people doing songs for liturgy, that's something that we've heard is that they appreciate the theology of the hymns. I don't want to speak ill about a lot of modern praise and worship music, but there is a feeling that it lacks some theological depth that the hymns had, and so our customers were asking us to provide that, to provide some new arrangements for modern instrumentation for hymnody, and then we started looking at Holy God, We Praise Thy Name, and Rick, you did that. So I want to just ask you about the process for that. What were you trying to do, and what were you imagining as you were doing the arrangement?
Yeah, thanks. It's a beautiful old hymn. It's usually done in 3/4. It kind of has this rollicking feel, which is fine. But one of the things I wanted to do with it was to, since it's often used for like Eucharistic Benediction,
Yeah.
to give it a little bit more of a prayerful feel. So I put it into a different meter, something that doesn't have that kind of rollicking 3/4 feel to it, which is great. And then also to add, sort of building on the origins of the song, which goes clear back to St. Ambrose, the Te Deum, putting a little praise chorus in the middle of it.
Yeah.
That builds upon that and the Revelation theme. So hopefully it's something that, as you say, the old wine and new wineskin, something that's our tradition, our heritage, the great texts of the church, but done in a way that's, maybe this is the wrong word, but relevant for the sounds that we often hear today in the parishes. So I'm hoping that's what we've done with this.
And we've talked before, here on the Commons about a chorus or a refrain, and it seems to me that it's something that serves hymns well and serves the liturgy well. If you're imagining preparation of the gifts, or in particular the communion procession, to have something that kind of roots us to continue to go over while the choir or somebody else is singing, because what I've seen is music directors are always looking for how can our people sing, and a lot of times congregations they're not going to sing verses, which is sad, and I don't want to encourage non-verse singing, but
yeah, this is the poetry of the people. Really, hymns were, from the origins.
Yeah.
So we don't want to take that away from them, but there are times when they can't have something in their hands, they don't have these texts memorized anymore. So yeah, we give them something smaller.
That's right.
To grab hold of and to pray through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you were doing that, when you were writing the refrain on it, what were you drawing on, and how did you come up with it, basically?
I basically took little bits of the first verse. Holy God, we praise Thy name. Bow before Thee. Adoring Thee. All these themes. So when we get to the bridge, holy is Your name. Ever You shall reign. It's a standard praise type chorus, but the text comes from the original verse.
Yeah.
Just kind of set in a slightly different way.
Now, Sarah, you're out and you're both in a parish and ministering, and then you're out with your band and also doing some solo things.
Yeah.
What are you seeing out there in terms of hymnody, and do you incorporate it like during adoration? Would you do this?
I do. Holy God, we praise thy name is a big one. I think that a lot of people can respond to pretty easily because I think it's one that's been around for so long. And so what I've noticed is that people just sing it right away.
Yeah.
I mean, off the bat, it's not hard for them to grasp. It's not hard for them to get because it's pretty much, they already know it. So it's been beautiful to be able to pray with kind of some sacred hymns and to introduce that, especially with the young people.
Yeah.
To be able to really bring them to that. So it's been great.
Well, that just mentioning young people, that's what we've heard from music ministers is they want new songs, but they also are afraid that young people today are not learning the treasury of hymnody that we have, and so that's why this is such a big service. And I think that's what people are hearing is praise and worship is great, and we've incorporated it as we can into the liturgy, but they're wanting again the depth, but then also the heritage that we have. And you know, it's interesting. The Methodist churches, for example, their theology comes from their hymnody. So taking this Latin phrase, lex orandi, lex credendi, the law of prayer is the law of belief. So you want to know what someone believes, you look at how they pray. So the songs, that is our theology. And you know, it just is. Liturgically speaking, we have our songs and our Eucharistic prayers and the collects, all of that. But the songs make up a good deal of what we believe in. And so, Rick, I think you've done a great service of having something so noble and so beautiful to be accessible as well.
That's the hope, yeah. To bring these texts back into broader usage again. They're beautiful hymns. And like I say, it is part of our heritage. And the children today coming up through the church, they need to know where we've come from so we know where we're going.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Well, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Holy God, we praise thy name. Arranged by Rick Modlin.
once only one, undivided God, we claim Thee, and adoring bend the knee, while we own the mystery.
Rick, you have done a great service to the church, my friend.
Thanks, Robert.
I am
Thanks,
excited
Robert.
to put that into Choose Christ and to have that just to be out there for congregations, whether they're doing like a Life Teen Sunday night liturgy or wanting just to update their sound at one of their other liturgies. It's just beautiful. I'm so thankful.
Well, the song's been a blessing to many people for many generations, and I hope it will continue to be so.
Yeah, thank you.
Amen.
Well, Sarah, thank you so
Robert.
much. Rick,
Robert.
thanks, my brother.
Great to hear.
Everybody, thanks for joining us on the Commons. We hope you use this with your congregations, and let us know how it's going. Love to hear back from you. Peace.